Kepler 186f is the first validated Earth-sized planet in the habitable zone of its star.
The first planet to be discovered within the habitable zone of a Sun-like star. Its name is Kepler 22b.
Space can be pretty mysterious, but what's even crazier is when scientists discover planets where aliens might live.
Scientists stumbled upon a hidden cosmic gem some 40 light-years away from us, Trappist 1, a red dwarf star.
In this video, I will take you on an exciting journey through exoplanets where aliens might be living, or the ones where we can escape to habituate when our world comes to an end.
When we talk about measuring the Doppler shift of a star, what we're talking about really is a planet pulling on the star as it orbits, and the star moves back and forth.
So without wasting any more time, let's get started. Number 1. The spectacular 900. Throughout the history of cosmology, our space exploration missions have mostly been limited to our solar system. In fact, from Mercury to Pluto, we haven't even fully explored this region. Before we can venture beyond the influence of our sun, we need to thoroughly explore and understand it, because it holds the key to finding the mysteries of our existence.
Martin has been captivated by the night sky. At the tender age of 10, he used his family's telescope to gaze at lunar craters, Jupiter's moons, and the phases of Venus, despite the light pollution in his area.
Speaking of existence, there's one thing we know for certain. Of all the 8 planets, Earth is the only one capable of supporting life as we know it. This realization makes us feel quite lonely in the vastness of the universe. Scientists have built gigantic ground-based and space telescopes to observe the cosmos and search for other habitable planets to address this. These observatories have made pretty impressive discoveries, including galaxies, black holes, and a personal favorite, the exoplanets. Take a look at this fascinating image by talented Slovakian graphical artist Martin Vargic, which was released in June 2024. The artist incorporated astronomical observation to compare approximately 1,600 exoplanets of all types in one frame. It's truly fascinating to see how the planets light years away from Earth orbit other stars than our Sun. Some of these planets are so hot that you would be burned to ashes, while some are so cold that you would become a living ice statue. But among these chaotic planets, some places make scientists believe there's another Earth out there. What makes these planets quite habitable is their structure, environment, and most importantly, the existence of water and greenery. NASA has discovered over 5,000 exoplanets in our Milky Way galaxy, and the artist's creation, Icy and Rocky Worlds, covers 900 exoplanets organized according to their temperature from cold to hot. So let's look at some of those spectacular planets that intrigue every space enthusiast. Number 2. Kepler 186c F. Kepler 186f is one of the only exoplanets that scientists have found to be pretty similar to our Earth.
The newly discovered planet is called Kepler 186f and is about 10% larger than Earth.
The Kepler Space Telescope discovered it in 2014. The planet is very similar in size to our Earth, and the most interesting thing about this exoplanet is that it is also located in the habitable zone of its star system. Scientists believe that Kepler 186f is neither too cold nor too hot, allowing liquid water to exist. As you might know, this is quite important for supporting life. The planet orbits a red dwarf star, but to reach it, you will need at least 500 light years. Number 3. Glea 581g. In 2010, scientists possibly discovered an exoplanet whose existence is still a mystery.
Been a discovery of an Earth-sized planet orbiting a nearby star at a distance that would make life comfortable there.
It's believed to be located in the habitable zone of the red dwarf star Glea 581. The star constellation is approximately 20 light-years away from our Earth. The exoplanet research team, Lick Carnegie Exoplanet Survey, sponsored by NASA, has claimed the existence of Glea 581g, but the European Southern Observatory's HARP survey team has failed to locate it. The mass of this planet is estimated to be more than 3 to 4 times that of our Earth. The most surprising thing about it is that its temperature ranges from -37 degrees Celsius to -12 degrees Celsius, which is definitely normal, like the Earth's temperature. Even if its existence is controversial, Glea is definitely a superior candidate, or maybe even better than our Earth. Number 4. Glea 667 cc. In the habitable zone of the red dwarf star Glea 667c, an exoplanet known as Glea 667 cc orbits around it.
Yet, despite its small size, GJ667c has a surprisingly rich planetary system.
The planet is located in the constellation Scorpius, about 22 light-years away from Earth. Its size is 1.54 times that of Earth, and its mass is 3.7 times greater, making it a close comparison. Glea 667cc only takes 28 days to complete one orbit, and according to scientists, it receives similar energy from its star as we do from our Sun. But, even if you happen to be on Glea 667cc, the Sun, the red dwarf, would look terrifyingly massive because it's way larger than our Sun. Not to mention, Glea 667c is part of a triple star system, so it will be a stunning sight to see. Number 5. Kepler 22b. Kepler 22b is yet another exoplanet discovered by NASA's Kepler Space Telescope on December 5, 2011, much more than a decade ago. The approximate distance from this planet to ours is 640 light-years in the Cygnus constellation. Kepler 22b is the first exoplanet to be confirmed as existing in a habitable zone of Kepler 22, a G-type star like our Sun, although much cooler and smaller.
The first planet to be discovered within the habitable zone of a Sun-like star. Its name is Kepler 22b.
The planet itself is quite large compared to our Earth, about 2.1 times greater in radius and 9.1 times heavier, making it a super-Earth. The exact structure of this planet is somewhat of a mystery, but scientists believe it has a liquid, and its gaseous outer shell is a bit more rocky than the rocky structures we have on Earth. The temperature here is also estimated to be around 279 Kelvin, which meets the condition to allow the existence of liquid water. Who knows, aliens might already be living there. Number 6. HD 40307g. If you travel 42 light-years from Earth, you will come across the constellation Pictor. Here lies an exoplanet so big that it's classified as a super-Earth. The exoplanet is named HD 40307g and was discovered on October 28, 2012 in La Silla Observatory in Chile. This gigantic planet's mass is said to be 7.1 times greater than our Earth's, and it completes one orbit every 197th day. Like the previous exoplanet, this planet is also within the habitable zone with a temperature of around 277.6 Kelvin, meaning life can exist or it most likely already exists. This exoplanet's radius is 2.39 times that of Earth's, and it orbits its host star, HHD 40307, a K-type star. Number 7. HD 85512b. On August 17, 2011, astrologists discovered an exoplanet named HD 85512b in the constellation Vela using the HARP's spectrograph. The planet is located 36 light-years away from us, and thanks to its massive size, which is 1.4 times that of Earth, it's classified as another super-Earth. This planet has a mass 3.6 times that of Earth and completes an orbit every 54.43 days around a K-type star named HD 85512. The host star is relatively smaller and cooler than our Sun, placing the planet comfortably within the habitable zone. As a result, clouds can form, potentially leading to rainfall on this exoplanet. It's also worth mentioning that the gravity on HD 85512b is 1.4 times that of Earth, which indicates that there are quite a few rocky structures here. It's undoubtedly one of the best candidates for habitability among exoplanets discovered up to that point. But I'm not even halfway through the rest of the exoplanets, so let's proceed. Number 8. Tau Ceti A. Just 12 light-years away from Earth, there's the Tau Ceti E, an exoplanet in the constellation Cetus.
Scientists believe Tau Ceti might have a remarkable 8 planets, just like our own solar system.
The planet's existence was confirmed in 2017 as part of a multi-planet system that orbits a G-type star, Tau Ceti. This exoplanet is by far the closest one to our Earth. Its mass and size are much greater, making it another super-Earth. It takes 162.9 days to complete one orbit, and when it comes to the atmosphere, liquid water may exist on its surface. Thanks to the radial velocity method, scientists have discovered this planet, giving us another chance to study the possibility of life outside our solar system. Number 9. Glea 163c. Glea 163ce is yet anher exoplanet in Dorado's constellation, about 49 light-years away from our planet. A European HARPS team first discovered the planet in September 2012. They classified it as a super-Earth that orbits a red dwarf, Glea 163. The planet itself is 7.3 times heavier and 2.43 times larger in radius than Earth. Even though it's a super-Earth, it's also worth mentioning that it's a pretty hot super-Earth. That's because it receives 40% more light than what our planet receives from the Sun. But even then, there's the fact that it lies in the star system's habitable zone, which means even though the existence of water may be low, there's still a chance for life on this gigantic, rocky planet. Number 10. Glea 581d. If we take our spaceship and travel approximately 20.3 light-years away from Earth, we will come across the beautiful Glea 581d, an exoplanet in the constellation Libra.
This is Glea 581d. It's a large, rocky, Earth-like planet, the nearest known.
Glea 581d was confirmed to exist in 2007 as part of a multi-planet system orbiting the red dwarf star Glea 581. This exoplanet stands out due to its larger mass and size compared to Earth, earning it the classification of a super-Earth. Glea 581d takes about 66.6 days to complete one orbit around its host star, with the exciting possibility of liquid water on its surface. Discovered using the radial velocity method, this planet is believed to be covered in vast oceans, making it an ocean planet. Researchers have also found that Glea 581d has a thick atmosphere rich in greenhouse gases, creating ideal temperatures for life to potentially exist. Number 11. K218b. In the constellation Leo, about 124 light-years away, lies the K218b, an exoplanet discovered in 2015 by the Kepler Space Telescope. It's another Earth-like planet classified as super-Earth with a larger mass and radius. It orbits K218, a K-type dwarf.
Its name is K218b, also known as wait for it, Epic 2019 12552b.
The planet takes 33 days to complete its one orbit. The intriguing thing is that K218b is the first exoplanet to be confirmed as having water. Number 12, LHS 1140b. The exoplanet LHS 1140b is located 49 light-years away in the constellation Eridanus. Discovered by the M-Earth project in April 2017, LHS 1140b is 5.6 times the size of Earth, earning it the classification of a super-Earth. This planet orbits a red dwarf star named LHS 1140, completing an orbit in about 24.7 days. Now let's talk about the climate of LHS 1140b. And with an estimated temperature of around 226 K, the conditions could support the formation of water. The planet also benefits from an Earth-like greenhouse effect, which makes it a strong candidate for habitability. While our Earth is covered in 71% water, the surface of LHS 1140b is believed to be 9 to 19% water. This means it could have a lot of oceans, though not as extensive as those on Earth. One of the most exciting aspects of LHS 1140b is its atmosphere. Number 13. Trappist-1e. Trappist-1e is located 40 light-years away in the constellation Aquarius. Trappist-1e is part of the famous Trappist-1 system, which is quite famous for having 7 Earth-sized planets. It was discovered using the transit method, in which scientists observe a star dimming as a planet passes in front of it. What makes Trappist-1e particularly intriguing is its size and mass. With a radius only 0.92 times that of Earth and a mass just 0.69 times our planet's, it's remarkably similar to our own world. Moreover, its density is very similar to our planet's, meaning its surface is also covered with rocky structures. Its host star is a cool red dwarf, and it takes 6.10 Earth days to complete one orbit. Number 14, Trappist-1f. Trappist-1f is yet another exoplanet that's part of the Trappist-1 system. Like the previous entry, it's only 40 light-years away from the Earth, but its radius is 1.04 times larger and 0.75 times heavier, making it suitable for classification as a super-Earth. Its host star is Trappist-1, which takes 9.2 Earth days to complete one orbit. What's truly fascinating about Trappist-1f is how it receives about 70% of the stellar flux that Earth gets from the Sun. This stellar flux is quite important for maintaining liquid water on Earth, so Trappist-1f's position might make it a prime candidate for water as well. Number 15. Trappist-1g. Looks like this system is full of exoplanets because even Trappist-1g is a part of the Trappist-1 system. This exoplanet is quite unique with a radius 1.129 times that of Earth and a mass 1.321 times greater. Despite its larger size and mass, Trappist-1g is less dense than our planet, making it a very interesting subject for scientists. Orbiting its host star, Trappist-1g takes about 12.354 days to complete a single orbit. Due to its distance from the star, it only receives 25.2% of the stellar flux that Earth gets from the Sun. Unlike Earth, Trappist-1g lacks an atmosphere, making it inhospitable for life as we know it, though ice-dwelling creatures might feel right at home. Number 16, Wolf 1061c. Wolf 1061c is an exoplanet with a minimum mass of about 3.41 times that of Earth and a radius of around 1.66 times that of Earth. Situated in the constellation Ophiuchus, Wolf 1061c is just 14 light-years away, making it one of our nearest cosmic neighbors. Discovered in December 2015, and after extensive research, the scientists classified it as a super-Earth. Wolf 1061c orbits a red dwarf star named Wolf 1061, completing a full orbit in just 17.9 days. The planet sits comfortably in the habitable zone, where temperatures are slightly warmer than Mars, around 223 Kelvin. This makes it possible for liquid water to exist, raising the exciting possibility of alien life. Number 17. Proxima Centauri B. In the constellation Centaurus lies the closest extrasolar planet to our solar system, Proxima Centauri B, which is only 4.2 light-years away.
Why is it tantalizing? Since its discovery over 100 years ago, it has captivated astronomers the world over. It lies so despairingly close, yet would take generations to reach.
The planet is orbiting around the red dwarf star Proxima Centauri, the closest star to our Sun. It's a super-Earth planet with a mass of approximately 1.07 times that of Earth and a radius of about 1.03 times that of Earth. The Proxima Centauri B completes one orbit around its host star every 11.2 Earth days, but it is still in its system's habitable zone. Even though the high levels of stellar radiation significantly impact its atmosphere, there's still a high chance of liquid water existing on its surface, giving scientists hope that life can exist even in such conditions. Number 18. Ross 128b. Ross 128b is another exoplanet that orbits a red dwarf star, Ross 128, about 11 light-years from Earth. Ross 128b is a super-Earth with a mass 1.4 times that of our planet and a radius 1.1 times larger. This exoplanet completes an orbit around its host star in just 9.9 days, placing it near the edge of the habitable zone. Ross 128 B's temperatures range from -60 to 28 degrees Celsius, making it potentially suitable for life and one of the most promising candidates for habitability beyond our solar system. Not to mention, after Proxima Centauri B, Ross 128b comes second to be the closest to Earth. Number 19. K272e. K272e is one of the farthest known exoplanets, sitting 217 light-years away in the constellation Aquarius. Discovered by NASA's Kepler spacecraft during its successful K2 missions, this planet stands out with a radius about 1.29 times that of Earth and a mass approximately 2.21 times greater, classifying it as a super-Earth. K272e orbits its host star, K272, completing a full orbit in just 24.2 days. Number 20. Kepler 442b. On January 6, 2015, NASA's Kepler spacecraft discovered an exoplanet named Kepler 442b. Located in the constellation Lyra, about 1,206 light-years from Earth. Kepler 442b is a super-Earth that orbits a star called Kepler 442. This G-type star, similar to our Sun, offers a stable environment for the planet. At around 4.5 billion years old, the star has a temperature comparable to the Sun's. Not to mention, Kepler 442b is one of the most distant exoplanets ever discovered. Number 21. Kepler 186c. Kepler 186c is yet another fascinating exoplanet discovered by scientists and announced in April 2014. It was one of the first Earth-sized exoplanets found in the habitable zone of a star. This exoplanet orbits the red dwarf star Kepler 186, located about 579 light-years from Earth. Kepler 186c completes an orbit around its host star in just 7.3 days, making it a remarkable find in the search for potentially habitable worlds. Number 22, Kepler 1649c. Fun fact, Kepler 1649c was found through a fresh look at old data from NASA's Kepler Space Telescope, which retired in 2018. Initially, algorithms mistakenly flagged it as a false positive, but a reanalysis revealed its true nature. Kepler 1649c is a rocky planet, very much like Earth, orbiting in the habitable zone of its red dwarf star, Kepler 1649. Located about 301 light-years away from us, it's close enough to spark our imagination. What makes Kepler 1649c so special is its size and sunlight. Number 23, LHS 3844b. LHS 3844b, aka Quakua, is an exoplanet discovered in September 2018 by the Transiting Exoplanets Survey satellite. This super-Earth is located about 48.5 light-years away in the constellation of Indus. Now let's talk about Quakua's environment. This planet is blazing hot. Its surface looks a lot like our moon or Mars, but with one major twist. It's tidally locked. This means one side of the planet is always facing its star, baking under intense heat, while the other side is in perpetual darkness. Number 24. K23d. K23d, also known by its complex name, EPIC 2013670665d, was discovered in January 2015 by NASA's Kepler Space Telescope during its K2 mission. K23d is located in the constellation Leo, about 143 light-years away from Earth. It might sound far, but in the grand scale of the universe, it's practically next door. Some scientists consider it a miniature Neptune due to its possible composition. This red dwarf is much cooler and dimmer than our Sun, but don't let that fool you. The planet is near the edge of the habitable zone, meaning there's a chance that liquid water could exist on its surface. And where there's water, there's the potential for life. Number 25. HD 97658b. HD 97658b is located approximately 70.2 light-years away in the constellation Leo. This super-Earth exoplanet orbits the K-type star HD 97658, whose existence was officially confirmed in 2011. It's a massive rocky planet with a mass of about 8.3 Earth masses and a radius approximately 2.34 times that of Earth. It completes its one orbit in just 9.5 Earth days, and thanks to being so close to its star, the surface of this planet suffers very high temperatures. Its atmosphere is believed to be composed of hydrogen, helium, carbon monoxide, and methane. This planet is far from being habitable. Number 26, HD 40307F. HD 40307F is an exoplanet discovered in 2012 using the radial velocity method. It was located approximately 42.4 light-years away in the constellation Pictor. First, let's talk about its size. HD 40307F has a mass roughly 5.2 times that of Earth. This makes it a super-Earth, or perhaps more accurately, a super-Venus. HD 40307F orbits a K-type star known as HD 40307. This star is smaller and cooler than our Sun, which adds a unique twist to the planet's potential habitability. Despite being closer to its star than Mercury is to our Sun, the dimmer light from HD 40307 creates conditions more like those on Venus. Number 27, K218c. In 2017, scientists, using the radial velocity method, discovered an exoplanet named K218c. It orbits a red dwarf star called K218, about 124 light-years from Earth. It zips around its star in just 9.21 days, completing a nearly circular orbit. However, unlike its sibling K218b, K218c is bombarded with much more stellar radiation, placing it outside the habitable zone and making it an inhospitable place. Number 28, GJ581e. In April 2009, a team led by Michel Mayer at the La Silla Observatory in Chile used the radial velocity method to discover the remarkable GJ581e, aka the Glea 581e. This exoplanet was found approximately 20.6 light-years away in the constellation Libra. However, due to the scorching heat, the atmosphere of GJ581e is highly unstable. So the chances of finding liquid water here are almost zero. Here's a cool fact. GJ581e is one of the smallest exoplanets ever discovered with the radial velocity method. Number 29, K272b. Then there's K272b stands out due to its small size, with a radius of just about 0.75 times that of Earth. It orbits a red dwarf star, K272, and completes a full orbit in a swift 5.57 days. This planet is located around 217 light-years away in the constellation Aquarius. What's really interesting is that K272b is part of a 4-planet system, all orbiting very close to their star. Number 30. Kepler 62f. Kepler 62f is about 1,200 light-years from Earth in the constellation Lyra. The planet was discovered through NASA's Kepler spacecraft in 2013. This is one of the 5 planets in the Kepler 62 system, which is much cooler and smaller than our Sun. This planet's mass is 2.8 Earth masses, which leads us to believe it's a rocky planet like our Earth. Its atmosphere is composed of various gases, which are still under research, but it's definitely one of the most similar alien plants to our Earth. Number 31. Kepler 186d, approximately 579 light-years away in the constellation Cygnus, you will find an exoplanet named Kepler 186d. It's one of the 5 known planets in the Kepler 186 system, which were discovered back in 2014. Kepler 186d is a very large planet, much larger than our Earth. It is 1.39 times greater in radius and 2.54 times heavier in mass, making it worthy of the super-Earth category. The planet is known to have an orbital period of 13.3 days around its host star, Kepler 186, a red dwarf star. Unfortunately, the planet lies outside the habitable zone due to its close orbit, which may prevent life from existing on it. So that's it for today. I hope all of you enjoyed watching today's space exploration video. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe button, and don't forget to press the bell icon to see more exciting content. Let us know your thoughts about today's video in the comments section below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.